Hi guys, Vicky from Victrolia Crafts here. Today I'm going to show you how to make fingerless mittens using granny squares. So if you can make a granny square, then this is for you. This is so simple. So I'm going to be using a main colour, an ivory colour, and this variegated yarn, both from Hobby Lobby. So let's get started. First we're going to do a magic circle. If you don't know how to do a magic circle, I have a video for that on my YouTube channel too. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochet into the circle, 1, 2. Now we're going to chain 2 for the corner, and 3 more double crochet into the magic circle. 1, oops, 2, 3, chain 2 again for the corner. So we're making a square basically, so we'll have 4 sets of 3 and 4 corners. So another set of 3 double crochets, 1, 2, all working into this big hole here, 3, chain 2, one more set to go, 1, 2, 3, chain 2. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 double crochets and 4 corners. So take this little tail and you want to pull this to get the center tight like this. Okay, now we're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 2 for our corner, and we're going to fasten off this color, so we're going to change to the variegated. So snip your yarn, yarn over, pull through, and keep on going. This will mean we'll have a few ends to weave in at the end, but it's going to be worth it. So now we're going to do a slip knot with our other colour, and now we're going to attach in any one of the 4 corners, it doesn't matter which, with a slip stitch. There we go, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 more double crochets, 1, 2. Okay, now in this next corner, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and in the same hole right here, another 3 double crochet, and that's 1 corner complete. 1, 2, 3. See how we made the corner there with a 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. So now we're going to do the same in this corner. 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, another 3 double crochet in the same hole, 1, 2, 3. That's the second corner complete. And again in this one, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, another 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. So that's another corner, that's 3 corners. So now we have the last corner to do, which has the chain 3 and 2 double crochets in it. So we're going to do 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and now we need the chain 2, and again slip stitch into the chain 2, and we're going to cut this yarn over, fasten off by pulling it through and keep going, and then pull it tight. So that's main colour, variegated colour. So now we're going to switch to the main colour again. So another slip knot, and we're going to attach it in the corner, any corner, doesn't matter, with a slip stitch, and then chain 3 for your first stitch. So again, another 2 double crochets in the same corner, 1, 2. Now we're going to work in this space here in the middle, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, see, in this space, 3, and now we're going to do our corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and another 3 double crochet in the same corner, 1, let's get my yarn, 2, one more, 3. Now we're going to work in this one in the middle, in this gap, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and again the corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. Again, this middle one, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and again the corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do 3 double crochet in the middle, 1, 2, 3, and again we're back to the last corner, which only needs 3 double crochet, chain 2. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then we slip stitch into the chain 2 space and cut the yarn over, pull through, fasten off. So we're always going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in every corner, and in every middle space will be 3 double crochet. So in the next round there'll be 2. You would do 3 double crochet in here and in here, and then you do your corners. And we're going to do 5 rounds. Yeah, 5 rounds. So we've done 3 so far, so we're going to do another variegated round next, and then we're going to change to the main colour and do the final round in that. When you get back to that I'm going to pause and you come back to that. Okay, so this is what it should look like once you've got your 5 rounds done. White colour, white colour, white. So you're ending in the white. And of course we've got all of this. So I'm going to dress this now. I'm going to weave in all my ends and then I'm going to come back. If only it was that easy. Okay, that's the weaving in done. Make sure you do that part well, because the last thing you want is to unravel, especially being gloves, something that's on your hands a lot and moving a lot. Okay, if you don't know how to do it, you can look at my video and see how I do it. So now we have to make 4 of these, 2 for each hand, and I was just checking mine. You don't have to, but I think it's pretty good, and I have big hands, so you can always check here at this point, see if it's too big, too small, if you want to make another round or take off a round. It's up to you. 5 I think is great for an all around one size fits all. So I'm going to make the other 3 and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to assemble them, and then we'll do the thumb hole, the wrist, and there'll be a border across around the fingers as well. Alright, so 3 more and then we'll come back. Okay guys, now that we have all 4 made, we're going to sew them together. So this is the right side. We're going to put the wrong sides back to back, and then you can either sew or slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch along this seam to join these 2 together. So a slip knot on my hook, keeping these 2 sandwiched together into the corner. I'm going to do a slip stitch. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch in top of each 2 of these to join them together. See? All the way across. I'm going under both loops, yarn over, slip stitch under both loops of each stitch. And go all the way to that corner. So, oh wait, yeah, so the last stitch will be in both corner holes. Okay, fasten off. And then on the opposite side, we're going to do the same again. But we're only going to go in the first 3 stitches on this side, and then the first 3 stitches on this side. So these 3 white ones, the groups are going to be left open for the thumb opening. So take your main color, slip knot, and join it opposite corner to the one you just did. Join it in the corner with a slip stitch, and then go into the next stitch, slip stitch 1, 2, 3. So that's all we're going to do, just 3. Then we're going to fasten off. Turn our work, and we're going to do the same on this corner. Slip knot, okay, put them together, slip stitch into that corner, then into the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, fasten off. Okay, now we're going to turn this inside out while I weave in all my ends, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm just going to weave in these ends and I'll meet you back here. Okay, now we've weaved all the ends in, I'm going to turn it inside out so it hides the seam. See how nice clean? And there's your thumb opening. So it doesn't matter which is the top or the bottom. So next we're going to start adding the wristband. So the main color, a slip knot, and we're going to change hooks. We're going to go from our, what was we using, a 4.5 to a 4. So we're only going down half a size. So we change our hooks. Now we're going to attach our yarn with a slip stitch into the first stitch anywhere on the top. I like to start at the seam. And we're going to chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now the second chain from the hook, 1 to 2, we're going to do single crochets. So not this one, but this one. So 1, 2, all the way down in each chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now we're going to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches along the bottom of this granny square. One, 2. Now we're going to turn our work and we're going to be working up along this, okay? But we're only going to be working in the back loops only. So instead of going through both of these, let's see, instead of going through both of these in this V, just the back one, which is the one farthest away from you. So it'll be this one, because those 2 are the slip stitches, so we're going to go past those 2 into this loop here. I don't know if you can see. Not them both like this, but just this back one here. Okay? And it's a single crochet all the way along in the back loop only. So 1, 2, back loop only, this is the last one. Okay. We're going to chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to do the exact same thing, working all the way down in the back loop only. Single crochet in the back loop. This is how we get the ribbon effect. So insert under the back loop, single crochet, back loop only, all the way. 14 stitches on each row. If you need to count them so you don't go into any of the wrong stitches, that's fine. You can pretty much tell if you're used to seeing them. If not, just count them. Okay? Now we're going to slip stitch into these next two on the granny square. One, and slip stitch into the next one. Two, oops, and then we're going to turn, and then we're going to repeat these two rows until we've worked all the way around. So skip those two slip stitches we just did, and then single crochet into the back loop all the way up again. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, chain 1 and turn, and then all the way back down again in the back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll show you this back loop again. Let me see. You can see how you have the V shape right here. Just into the back loop only. So under that loop. See? So we're going up and down 14 stitches in the back loops only, and then when we get back to the granny square we slip stitch in the next 2 stitches, which is this one. 1, 2, turn or work, and again skip those 2 we just did, and then back loop only of the next 14, single crochet. You see how we're getting this ribbon effect? You see that? Kind of hard with my lighting to show. There we go. So we're going to do this, repeat that all the way, up and down, slip stitch 2, skip them, come up and down all the way till we get around and back to here again, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, now I've worked all the way around. Now on the pattern it says just to keep going around until you get to the other side and then slip stitch to turn inside out and slip stitch or single crochet together. Personally, I think if you end at the top at the cuff up here and then work a slip stitch down, turn it inside out first obviously so that the seam's on the inside. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to slip stitch just the single loops together all the way down. Well, I guess I'll single crochet because it's on the inside, so. But I think having the tail on this end is better than up here. So when I find the first loop here from the chain and the first one on the stitch there, single crochet all the way down. These are a little harder to find. Three. I mean, you can join them however you want. The pattern doesn't really specify. It just says once you get to the other side, join the two ends together. So I don't want mine coming undone here, so I'd rather have my down here where I can sew it in a bit better. It's totally up to you though. So in that loop chain, just one loop of that stitch, single crochet. All the way back down to the granny stitch, granny square, sorry. Okay. One more. Like I said, they're really hard to see. Pay close attention. Just keep going until you've closed up that gap. I don't think it really matters, because this is on the inside, so you're not going to see it. Okay, and I'm going to fasten off. That way then we can tie these two together and then weave them in, so we have a really strong join there. And turn it, you work back the right way out. We'll weave those in later. Okay, so we've got our cuff now, thumb hole, fingers hole. So now we're going to do the finger part, fingerless part. So your main color, slips knot. We're going to basically be doing the same thing we did here, but a lot shorter. And also, you can always make this a lot longer too if you like those gloves that go long up your arm. Just change the amount of chains that you start out with on the first row. Okay, so I'm going to start on the seam. I'm going to get a slip stitch to get me on there. And I'm going to chain 4. Okay, the second chain from the hook, single crochet, 1, 2, 3. Oops, came off. 3. Okay, and the same concept, slip stitch into the next 2 of the glove, turn your work, back loop only for 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, turn, work back down, back loop only for 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, then slip stitch into the next 2 on the glove, 1, 2, turn, single crochet in the back loop only, the next 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, turn, back loop only, single crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the next 2 on the glove, 1, 2, turn your work, single crochet in the back loop only, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, turn your work. See how we're getting that ribbon again? This will go around your hand, this part here. So back loop only for 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, again slip stitch in the next 2 on the glove, 1, 2, turn your work, back loop only, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, turn your work, again back loop only for 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into the next 2 on the glove, 1, 2, turn your work, keep going until you get all the way around and I'll meet you back here again. Okay guys, so I made it all the way around. I'm gonna turn it inside out to do the seam, and again I'm doing my seam from the cuff down, so stop when you get there instead of going all the way back down again. So slip stitch or single crochet down, whichever you prefer. I'm single crocheting. This one's a little hard to see just being the 3 stitches. 2, 3, and then fasten off. Again, because both of these are together, you can tie them and weave in the ends. Okay, turn it back out the right way, and now we're going to do the thumb. Same thing as this, exactly the same as this, same number of stitches. So main color, slip knot, I'm going to start on the front side here at the very end, so slip stitch to attach the yarn on chain 4, okay, then second chain from the hook, single crochet, next chain, single crochet, next chain, single crochet. Now we're at the glove, slip stitch in the next 2 stitches, turn our work, then the back loops of the next 3, single crochet, just like we've been doing. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, turn our work, back loop, the next 3, 1, 2, three, and then slip stitch in the glove for the next 2. Turn our work, and we're going to go all the way around, finish up the seam, then I'm going to weave in all the ends, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, all the ends are woven in, the thumb is finished. This is what it should look like. How cute is that? Okay, so now you want to take your other 2 and do the exact same thing. Follow the video back to get the other one done. Like this. It's very cute. You know, you could even make, you know how when you were little and you had that little finger part that would hook off and you could button it back here? You could even add those to these. And like I said before, extend this up if you wanted to, just by adding the amount of chains you start out with. Instead of 14, maybe 30. Awesome. Alright, let's do the other one. I'll meet you back here when it's done. Okay guys, how cute did these turn out? So now you should have both made, all your ends woven in and all assembled. I think these are pretty darn cute and universal. I think I've got pretty big hands, so you can always, like I said, change your hook size, your yarn weight. I like them. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more. Thanks guys, bye.